Hi guys, it's Danny. So today we're going to be answering a question sent by Tamara, and she's asking, what causes a Phalaenopsis leaf or Phalaenopsis leaves to split down the center? Now, I've been wondering the same thing for quite a while, but I did find the answer. Now, this is my only orchid which has a split down the center of the leaf, as you can see. It's not really big, but it really is noticeable. Now, I believe this has a mechanical reason behind it, and I'll tell you what I mean. Usually, after some research and some observation, I discovered splitting leaves are caused sometimes, or many of the times, by dehydration and then a sudden watering of the orchid. And it's pretty logical. Imagine that the walls, or actually the cells of the orchid and the leaf got really dehydrated, and then you suddenly water it and they expand and get hydrated again, and the leaf actually gets split because of this expansion of its structure. So I believe this is the main cause of splitting leaves, especially down the center. After some research, I tend to believe it is pretty logical, and it happens quite a lot. Now, I have another case of splitting leaves actually, which is at the tip, so I'm going to discuss about them as well. So here we have one of my largest Phalaenopsis orchids actually. As you can see, the leaves are absolutely huge. But this also means that it's really prone to splitting leaves, especially at the tip here, because of the sheer size of the leaf. Now, of course, in nature they do droop down, but they do have a different texture, I've noticed as well. As you can see, these leaves are really thick. So anyway, if you bump into an orchid like this with huge leaves that are super strong and super stiff, you might get some splitting ends, because I believe the leaf is actually in a sort of a tension. As you can see, it doesn't really bend. If I try to bend it, I will certainly split it. So there are those hybrids of Phalaenopsis that are just genetically engineered, or not, they just genetically obtained this feature, and they're very prone to having splitting ends and stuff like that, especially if you bump into it. They can actually happen without you even bumping into them, just because the genetics of the orchid are favoring this behavior. Now, improper care can cause something like that as well, and I hope I can show you without damaging my orchid. This leaf right here is really split, as you can see, but this is a sort of a combination between the two. This orchid doesn't really have super thick leaves, but they are kind of long and they are kind of hard to the touch. Now, this orchid was very abused before I got it. It was super dehydrated. It was really packed in her packaging. It was a mess. So all these factors contributed to the splitting of the leaf, as you can see. But there is a good news actually. It doesn't seem to affect the plant so much. The leaf can perform normally. It just doesn't look pretty, I'll give it that. So if you want to avoid it, I think not letting your orchid go too dry for too long of a time will limit this appearance. So other than that, I think it's just genetics and the orchids being prone to something like this because of the whole hybridization thing. So yeah, keep it hydrated, and I believe you can avoid stuff like these. Other than that, it really doesn't harm the plant that much for you to get super worried about it. So okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully I answered your question, and if you guys have any other questions or suggestions for videos, pop them in a comment and I will get back to you, maybe with a video. Okay, thanks for watching again. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!